So what a weekend it was for college football commitments, as several institutions picked up some key additions, including the Arkansas Razorbacks, who went into the state of Alabama and picked up a talented quarterback, as four-star quarterback KJ Jackson commits to Arkansas over North Carolina, something we have got to break down. But before we can, as always, y'all know the drill, I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Are you excited that Jackson commits to the Razorbacks? And let me know what you're thinking. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you enjoyed the content, be sure to like and comment down below. Those interactions seem small, but they truly are massive to content creators such as myself, and we are on a push to 20,000 subscribers. I'd love to have you a part of this unbelievable community. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, before we can talk about Arkansas as a whole and why I think this commitment is so key, we have got to ask and answer the question, who is KJ Jackson? Well, KJ Jackson is a very gifted signal caller out the state of Alabama, and if we look, he comes in as a four-star prospect. He comes in specifically, per 24/7 Sports Composite, as the number 391 player in all of high school football, regardless of position, the number 24 quarterback, and the number 23 in the state of Alabama. However, it is important to note that he plays his high school football at a smaller high school. But when you really dive into what he did last season, it is hyper impressive. Just last year, this is an individual who threw for 64% completion percentage, 42 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, and just shy of 3,000 yards while adding 6 touchdowns on the ground. This is a guy that when you break down the film, he's making some throws that are really impressive. He's got a nice ceiling, and I'm super intrigued to see what the future holds for him because I actually think this is a really solid commitment. He's got prototypical size, standing at 6'3" as a junior in high school. I think this is going to be a commitment that really should excite Arkansas fans because I think he's got a lot of ability. I think he's got a high ceiling. He's got a lot of room to grow. And when you really look at what he did during his junior year, it's very, very impressive. Look, you can play in 3A football all you want, but if you're doing 42 touchdowns to 7 interceptions, over 60% completion percentage in high school, you're doing pretty well, and I think that's an indication that the team you commit to needs to be very excited. But what does this mean for the Razorbacks as a whole? Well, it gives them commitment number 5 in the class of 2024 and puts them in the top 20 classes in the nation, though there is still a long ways to go as Arkansas comes in at number 20. And really, I've talked about this for quite some time. For those of you that have been around the channel for a while, you'll know last season, I was really interested in the Razorbacks, and that certainly continues and extends going into this offseason and into the 2023 season. And there are several reasons why I'm so interested in Arkansas, and to be honest with you, this commitment really underscores a lot of the reasons why I'm so interested in Arkansas. First and foremost, you have a new offensive coordinator, and while I really am interested in your quarterback and how he's going to continue developing, because I think KJ Jefferson is a really fun player to watch, I'm interested in how your team as a whole responds because yes, new offensive coordinator, but this is an individual that last time he was with Arkansas, he did find success. Remember, we talked about this before. The balance that Arkansas offense had where they were hyper effective throwing the ball and hyper effective running the ball. If they can get back to that recipe, that's going to be awesome for Arkansas fans and conducive to success, but also defensively. What are the Razorbacks going to do? They lose some key pieces, and I am really interested to see how they mitigate some of those losses because this is a program that not long ago, it felt like they were right on the precipice of taking that next step. And I don't mean the next step in terms of they're guaranteed to win national championships. Winning is very difficult in football. I mean taking that next step in the evolution to getting to the promised land. And I'm a Sam Pittman fan. I think the way he galvanizes not only his players, but the fan base is awesome to see. And that's why I'm so hopeful that Sam Pittman can be the guy to take them on that next step and lead them on the journey to the promised land. But one thing we talk about all the time on the stream is this, now that we're talking about how difficult winning is, and then I'll go into my last point as to why I think this is such a big commitment. Winning is so difficult in college football, and when we look at really taking a program to that next level, I don't think we really have the necessary conversations as to how difficult this is. At the end of the day, we do know this. Arkansas is an extremely fun team to watch under Sam Pittman, and I myself find myself rooting for them whenever they are playing, and I'm super intrigued to see what continues happening, especially in recruiting. Because if they can land within the top 15, I think that's going to be awesome, especially as the landscape of the SEC is about to change, and you want to stake your claim into what kind of program you're going to be in the new SEC landscape. But I can't wait to hear from all of you. Hop down to the comments, let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.